Throughout this hour of the show, we've spent a lot of time in French Lick, West Baden area, but actually just north, there's a town called Orleans, and they are also in Orange County. And there's honestly so much to do here as well. I'm here with Wendy Springler and Robert Henderson. And Wendy, you are with the travel board here, and there's a lot happening in Orleans, but let's kick it off. You have a farmer's market and some shopping to do here too, right?
Yes, we do. We have a farmer's market that starts in mid-May and runs through October, and it's on Saturday mornings from 8 to 12, and they have a lot of vendors with crafts and produce, and there's just a lot to do. Orleans comes to life on Saturday mornings.
I know. I can't wait for that warmer weather. Spring is right around the corner, and everyone loves a good farmer's market, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Tell me a little bit about the shopping around here.
Well, we have a beautiful Orleans Town Square, and there's lots of shops. We have boutiques. We have a couple restaurants. We have some pet grooming. We have a couple of flower shops in town, and everything is pretty well within walking distance.
Yeah, that's what I really like about these smaller towns, that it is so walkable. And something to kind of kick off the spring, you have a Dogwood Festival. So tell me a little bit about that.
We do. We have a Dogwood Festival every year at the end of April, 1st of May, and they have a carnival and lots of vendor booths, and the dogwoods are always hopefully in full bloom, and we have a parade and just a lot of activities other than that.
I honestly had no idea that dogwoods were native to this area, so tell me a little bit of history about that.
Oh, the dogwood is a trademark of Little Orleans, and we're very proud to be Indiana's dogwood capital. And that goes back to the mid-1960s when a group of ladies formed what they called Operation Dogwood. And hundreds of the trees, originally the native trees, but the pink and the red and the white. And when Mother Nature cooperates, it's beautiful sight in the spring.
Like I mentioned, spring is right around the corner, and there's a lot of ways to kind of get around. It's very walkable around here, and there's actually a new trail that just opened up. Is that right?
Oh, we're really excited about the Monon South Trail, which, when it's completed, it's going to be the longest recreational trail in Indiana, and we'll have about 8 miles of the trail that goes through Orleans. And so bring your walking shoes, and it's going to be a beautiful place to meet and gather, and we think it's going to be a huge thing, not just for the Orleans, but for the entire region.
So the Monon Trail, that's of course named after the Monon Railway. So does that kind of correlate with each other? Does it kind of follow the railroad?
It follows the original Monon corridor. And, of course, the railroad was very important in the development of all these small communities. And Orleans actually had the first locomotive that arrived here in 1851. So we have a rich link in the history with the Monon Railroad. So we're super proud to be a part of that.
Yeah, and February is Black History Month, and the Orange County Historical Society has a lot of Black heritage. So tell me a little bit about that, too.
Well, the early settlers of this area were very much anti-slavery. And a lot of them were Quakers who came here and settled in Orange County. And we actually had 2 stops on the Underground Railroad, and one of them in Chambersburg, which was considered to be the first stop after you cross the Ohio. And they were giving aid there, what were fugitive slaves. And then Orleans had a group here that would give them medication and clothing and food. And then they would be transported, sometimes by railroad, but a lot of times by foot, on to Bedford from here. So we also played a very important part in helping those who were following the North Star of Freedom.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And you actually have a historical society building. And is that where you house a lot of your different artifacts?
We have a wonderful museum in Paoli, which is the Orange County Historical Society. And there we celebrate and showcase about 200 years of Orange County history. So it's a great place to come and visit and find out a little bit more about Orange County.
That's what I love so much about this area, is every time I come out, I learn a little bit of something new. So we are embracing the new with, the farmer's market and all that shopping, but we also can embrace that history aspect too. And that's what makes people keep on coming back. So thank you so much for having us out today.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
So to start planning that trip, go to visit FrenchLickWestBaden.com.